It's time for business news with Richard Southern. And Richard, many of us have been spending a lot of time watching Netflix over the past 2 years now, and now it looks like it's going to start costing a little bit more.
Remember when it was like cheaper than cable, and that was kind of the big selling point, Melissa?
I remember at one point it was like $9 or $10 or something like that. Definitely not the case now.
It's going up to $16.49 a month. Yeah, kind of expensive.
Yeah.
Netflix going up almost $2, Melissa, in the next couple of weeks for existing customers. If you're a new customer, that price of $16.49 will take place immediately. So Netflix hiking prices. It's the first time they've done this in just over a year, and it comes as the company faces all sorts of new competition. Netflix used to be the only game in town back when Melissa was paying $9 for it. Now, though, Disney has found big success with its Disney Plus streaming service. Amazon and Apple have ones as well. And so all of these companies are trying to produce content, and the cost of that is going up. In fact, Netflix said it spent $17 billion last year alone on creating original content. Hasn't said how much it's going to spend this year. Melissa, the company also hiking prices in the States. It was good news for the company's stock, which was up 1.25%. Bad news for us. You and I, you can watch City with just rabbit ears off of the CN Tower. It doesn't cost a cent. And you and I, we're just as entertaining as anything on Netflix, I think.
Oh my gosh, better than those Netflix originals, for sure.
Easily.
Okay, now package thefts are fairly common these days, but usually you think of thieves grabbing a box from someone's doorstep, but not a train, Richard.
They're stealing packages. Thieves are right off of trains in the United States. There's some crazy video coming out of a Los Angeles train yard. Look at all of these packages.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
That could be one of your Amazon orders.
That's where it
Melissa,
is.
you know
That's
what I mean?
why it's taking so long.
That's why. Yeah, thieves have been targeting railways in the United States, apparently, like this Union Pacific one just east of Los Angeles. And local media have reportedly tracked some of those tracking numbers on these packages. The packages were listed as in transit. Doesn't look like they're going to get to their final destination. This is, of course, just one of many issues plaguing the supply chain. Everything's kind of clogged up right now. Ships are taking longer to get to port, and then there's a big issue actually getting these packages to market, theft just being one of them.
Okay, and speaking of shipping, a new border rule coming into effect at midnight could put a heavy strain on Canada's supply chain.
Yeah, first the government wasn't going to do it, then they were going to do it, and then they weren't going to do it. Anyways, it is going to come into place at midnight. Truckers crossing the border into Canada have to be fully vaccinated or quarantined for 14 days. And obviously, really not an option for these guys to quarantine for 14 days. This could be a particular issue when it comes to the grocery store. And we were talking just earlier this week about how there is some empty shelves at the grocery store now. And that's owing to employees being away sick or quarantining. But this trucking issue could make that worse because Canada imports a lot of food products from the United States, $22 billion a year. And 70% of that comes on these 18-wheeler trucks. And we import a lot of food just during the winter months where we are right now. So all eyes on how this could affect the grocery store. Melissa, some trucking organizations, they want a temporary pass for truckers that are already heading to the border to be able to get in, because the news was when they left that they would be able to get in unvaccinated. So we'll see how this shakes out over the weekend.
Okay, well, thanks for joining us, Richard. That's business editor Richard Southern.
Thank you.